Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This video is going to be breaking down my last paycheck, which is also an extra paycheck for the month of August. And then we're also going to be doing some cash stuffing of my binders. Looking at my paycheck, it might look a little bit different if you did look at a previous video when I was planning my paychecks. Versus what actually came in and what I decided to do with my money. So, as usual, I got paid actually yesterday, so I didn't get a chance to film yesterday. My son had a baseball game, so I did not have a chance to film, but I also didn't spend any money yesterday either, so it worked out that everything just is going to be the same for today. So, yesterday my paycheck did come in August 30th. I was expecting $2,000 to come in. I did get $2,002.91. On the 5th, I'm also expecting a payment of $186. They haven't sent it to me yet, but that payment will be coming. And then where it says roll over 300, I actually decided to use 300 of my money from my last paycheck, which if we come back over here, when I did have a bonus, I did decide what to do with the money. So originally I did have like 2,500 and change left over from my bonus. So, and I didn't know what to do with it at the time. But since 2 weeks ago and to today, I did break up the bonus into two sections here. 282, I actually, I paid off my credit card for my laser hair removal. It was only $180 that I had left. So I just paid off that credit card. I used Care Credit for that. And it was 0% interest until October. I was on track to pay it off by October before interest started to be charged to the card. So I just decided just to pay it off since it was just $180 left. So I don't have to make those monthly payments anymore. And then the other $102 I did pay for my husband and I. My husband and my softball fees for our new fall season. So my husband and I play softball together, and I just decided to pay the fees for both of us because I did get that bonus and it was $102. So 282 I did apply to those two, and then that left me with $23.14 2,000 of these dollars, sorry, I did cash stuff into my travel binder, which is in the video before this one. But then I did have $314 left. The $1,407 I just left in my savings account, and the $300 I did decide to use it for this week's paycheck. I'm adding a little bit extra to New York, and then I'm also giving the other $100 to myself. It is my birthday weekend, so I'm going to be using that money to get my nails done, my toes done, and just give myself a little bit of extra since it is my birthday on Monday. So, sorry, give me 1 second. My kids are about to come in. So yeah, I'm using the $300 into this week's paycheck, took it out of savings, withdrew the cash so that I can do something with that money. So, between August 30th and September 5th, I do have one bill that's due, and it's $25. So I did pay that already. Normally I would pay it with the $186 that I'm getting on the 5th, but I haven't got that payment yet, and it's only $25, so I already paid it. And then according to my paycheck planner, I do have to roll over $161. I'm actually going to be rolling over $161 and then the 91 cents to next week's paycheck. But Coming down here, if you guys remember from a previous video, I did go over budget in July in a couple of subjects, and I'm using this paycheck, my free paycheck, to cover those. So if we looked at my sinking funds binder, my kids envelope, I was short $661, and that was from school supplies and school shopping and new bedding for my kids' bed, things that I just did not budget for. I went over $661. So I'm actually using this paycheck to pay for that. And then also last month in my fun envelope, I had a really rough time in July and I overspent so much. So let's look and see if it's still in here. So it is in here. So I hope you guys can see this. Ending July, I was over $497 that I overspent in like eating out and like just what I consider fun stuff. So I was over by almost $500. I'm using this check to pay for that. And then in my travel binder, my trip to Universal Studios, our tickets cost $730 for my family, and we made up everything with the exception of $74. So I'm going to be paying that total balance off today as well, so that I can get caught up on my credit card. And now my credit card is paid in full. So this one here, and then this one here, and this one here. It's not getting cash stuff, but I just literally made a payment to my credit card for those three amounts so that I can get that paid off. And we are all squared away. I didn't have any overspending in August, which is a plus. So there's nothing else that that I owe. So I hope that makes sense. But down here, since I did have to pay these extras, this is what I was expecting my budgets to be like this month. So I was going to do 20 for personal, 50 for shopping, 20 for clothes, 10 for makeup, $250 for fun stuff, and $18 for miscellaneous, because I am giving myself the extra from the $300. I'm increasing my personal to $115. So that's so I can go get my nails done and my toes done. And then my shopping and clothes and makeup is going to stay the same. Fun stuff is staying the same. And then my miscellaneous binder is just going to get an increase from $18 to $25. So the biggest thing here that I plan on spending on myself is just to go get my nails and my toes done for my birthday. And then originally I did have $400 for this paycheck to go to New York. I'm increasing that by $200 to $600 for New York. So coming down to the summary, my total income is $24.88.91. And then I only had one bill due between the 30th and the 5th. And then my variable expenses went from $1,600 to $1,702. And then my savings went from $400 to $600. I'm still rolling over the exact amount, which is $161.91. That will be rolled over to my next pay period when my husband gets paid, to continue paying our bills throughout September. So over on August, we stayed in budget, which is fantastic. We earned a little bit of extra money with my bonus, and it was just overall a great month. I was a lot more mindful of my purchases in August because I went over so much in July, and I didn't want to have to deal with that again. So my envelopes are helping me stay disciplined so that the budget, what I planned for, we're actually sticking to it. So with that being said, today we are stuffing a total of $1,070, and it's going to go into my personal binder and my travel binder. So $1,070 we will be stuffing today. So let's go ahead and move the iPad out the way. And I kind of just use it at my desk for reference, so I just make sure I know exactly what I'm stuffing. Oh, excuse me. And then, as usual, we'll count the cash first, and then we will stuff the binders. So we should have a total of $1,070 here. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 700. 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 80. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and $20. So I normally have like 10s, 5s, 1s, 20s, 50s. I usually have all denominations, but the ATM that I went to did not have, I actually had to use the ATM today. So it didn't have any 10s or 50s. So we just are gonna do 20s, 5s, and 1s, which is fine. But here we have $1,070, and we will start with my binder. So if you watched the video before, I did have some rollover money that I, from last paycheck that I'm going to continue to just roll over into this paycheck, just so that I have a little bit more to spend on myself. But for this month, for this paycheck, I'm actually going to add the $115. So I'm going to give myself 100 and 5, 10. Oops, wrong one. 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. $115 I'm going to add to this envelope. So now I have 100, 20, 25, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, and 35. So $135 is going to go into my personal spending binder. And then in shopping, it typically gets $50, so we're gonna put in 50. So here's 20, 40, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, and 50. So with the rollover money, I have 20, 40, 50, 55, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, and $66 in shopping. And then in clothes, we are actually just gonna put a $20 bill into this envelope this week. And then in makeup, it's just gonna get $10. I'll give it a 5 and 5 ones. I don't think I have any makeup to buy. I think I'm pretty good. With fun stuff, we are gonna get the usual $250. So let's do 20, 40, 60, 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, and 50. So 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 47, 48, 49, and 50. Alright, that gives me, I'm actually, no, that's fine. Yeah, we're just gonna leave that there. And then my miscellaneous binder had $1 left over, and we're just gonna add 25. So it's 5, 10, 15, 20, and 25. plus the dollar. So that is what my wallet is looking like for the next 2 weeks. Yeah, I think we're gonna be okay. So we're gonna go ahead and leave that guy to the side, and then we're gonna stuff our travel binder. Let's see. Hotel is fully stuffed. It has $400. I think I found a hotel for less than $300. It's like 200 and change. So I think I'm gonna book that one. I've been looking all day, so I think I finally found one, and I haven't booked it yet, but once I do book it, I'll take the money out and pay my credit card with it, and then we'll figure out what to do with the leftover money. But for now, I did have 400. We're gonna leave it at that. Airplane, we don't have to budget anything for the airplane. For gas or transportation, I have 340, and I think I'm okay there, so we're not gonna stuff nothing there. Food, I know I was getting so much anxiety with the food because I didn't think this was gonna be enough. But for now, we're just gonna leave it. We have 1,500 in there. And then today's budget is actually gonna go all towards tickets. So I have $600 to budget or to stuff with today, and I'm just gonna add all of it to tickets. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, $600, and then 20, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75. So I have $675 for tickets. I do have an itinerary that has like ticket prices, but for the Broadway show, I know it's like 400 and something for my family of 4. So I'm gonna buy those pretty soon. And then I still need to stuff some more because there's still some other attractions that I want to take my kids to while we're there. So we're not quite fully done with this envelope, but for now, I think we are coming along pretty well. And hopefully my husband and I can make some extra money, or we can save some extra money in other categories to put some into there. The trip is coming up in October, so we really want to make sure that we're good to go by then. So after I stuff my categories and do what I got to do with my cash, I just highlight everything so that I know I took the money out for these categories and it has been paid. So all that is done and all this is done. Ooh. So my free paycheck in September and August is all finished, and we are ready to rock and roll. I have everything planned out already for September. I did make my monthly budget already for September, so it looks very similar to August. And I do have another $300 that I'm budgeting throughout the month of September to go in towards my New York trip. So that one will be coming up in future videos. And then any additional money that my husband and I can potentially make, we will put all of that towards New York as well. So yeah, that's pretty much all that I have for today. I'm ready to go for the next 2 weeks, and I was able to increase my New York travel binder. Honestly, this is the second trip that I've ever been on where I actually do cash stuffing for. Normally I just throw money into a savings account and let it sit there until my trip is over and then pay off my credit card. So this is the most money that I've had in envelopes, and it's kind of freaking me out a little bit. So I might be taking this money out to put it into the savings, but we'll see. I mean, it's locked in my house and it's pretty safe. So I mean, I don't know. It's just freaking me out to have this much money laying around. But we'll see. If I decide to take the money out, I will. But in the meantime, we'll just do it this way. I had really good experience with my last trip to California using this method. So we'll see how it goes. I don't know. But yeah, that's what my budget looks like for this week. And I got a little bit extra to myself to give myself a nice little birthday present. And yeah, I don't have very much else going on. If you did hear my kids earlier, my husband is out. He went to go see the ASU football game. So it's just me and my kiddos, and I'm trying to decide what to do for dinner. I don't want to cook. So either going to order some takeout or maybe take the kids to a restaurant. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. We'll see. But I do have $250 of fun stuff to do, to do stuff with, but we'll see. So yeah, as always, if you guys have questions, please do not hesitate to let me know. Yeah, have a good night, guys. Bye.